my name is Barbara. I'm one of the yoga teachers here at the Rogue Valley YMCA, and we're so pleased you could join us today for a practice to hopefully help you in mind and body. And so I'm going to start. Our normal yoga practice is with a mindfulness and meditation. So with that in mind, also I should say breathing, let's close your eyes, or if you feel uncomfortable with that, you can just gaze down at the ground with soft eyes. But it's really about going in and down. So really just starting to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Noticing those places where your feet touch the ground, or maybe you're sitting on a cushion, but you're in a comfortable seated position, whichever is comfortable for you. Breathing in and out, and just feeling rooted to the ground beneath you to help you keep focused on the present moment. which is high. We'll need that a little bit later. So let's start with cat-cow. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, and your knees are just slightly back from your hips. And we're going to do a little different of a cat-cow, and that is breathe in as you expand up into cat, starting with your tailbone, rounding, and then your top of your shoulders, breathing in, stretching, and now breathing out as you do cow. And breathing in as you come up. And you're puffing the back of your body as you go into cat, and now cow. Rounding the back, leading with your tailbone. Let's do a few more on your own breath cycles. One more, breathing in, coming into cat. Breathing out into cow. And now you can, if you wish, spread your knees. And let's come back into child's pose. So you're pressing your hands. And actually what's really good to do also to avoid the computer head that we often have from all these sitting days we have here is to put a block or the books under your head and then press your hands forward to push your rear end back towards your heels. And feel that stretch on your lower back. Breathing in and out, releasing the back body. And let's come up. And we're going to come up standing now. Coming up standing, I often will like to do it where, again, my knees, my hands on the hip crease come up with a long back. Instead of just like casually coming up mindfully. So we're going to do a side stretch and an upper back stretch. So what it is your feet are hip width apart, so those bony bones in the front here. Think of your feet being aligned with that, and all four corners of the feet pressing down. Now you're going to take your right arm up, like so, pushing down, but I'm going to show you here, you're going to put your hand back here. The hand will be back there, and take your left hand now and bring your, like the fleshy part of your arm in and down, the midsection in and down, and now like a mushroom cap, your hand is going to be on your elbows. Lifting without arching your back. So feel like your tailbone is like a dinosaur tail, keeping you rooted. Breathing in. And now you're going to tilt your body over to your left. Getting a nice side stretch as well as your upper back. So really feel into the expansion of your lungs on your right side. Breathing in and breathing out. Pushing down to that right foot. And now coming up, and we're going to do that on the other side. So taking your left arm up between your shoulder blades, and your right arm is going to come in here over your left arm and pull in and down, in and down, and now you're in the mushroom cap. So lifting without arching your back, which means your floating ribs here don't jut out, they're kind of kept in. Breathing in, and now you're going to bend, side bend your body over to the right. Pushing down through your left foot. Breathing. Feeling that grounding underneath your feet. And let's come up. I'm sure you're doing all a wonderful job. I can't see you when you're doing this routine, but I'm sure you're doing it great. So the next thing we're going to do is a sun salutation, and I'm going to do this sideways so you can see better. So we're going to start again with our feet hip width apart, so bony bones. Your knees are slightly bent. Now your hands are coming, as you're breathing in, down, wide, and up into Urdhva Hastasana. And now coming down as you breathe out into Uttanasana. Knees slightly bent. Now breathing in as your heart goes forward. Long back. Okay? And now you put your hands on the ground. You're going to step back into plank pose. Now, if plank pose is unavailable to you, do knees down plank. Both are equally good. So I was doing knees down plank. You're coming down, shoulder, think of the armpits in and up, and now coming down with your little wings, which are your elbows, coming in. And I notice my blocks are kind of forward and my water bottle is kind of close. So now you're here, you've just done chaturanga. So lifting up. So lifting up is to press the front of your body down, and your hands are down by your rib cage, pulling back as you lift up. Think of those wings. And coming down as you breathe out, pranam. Breathing in, coming up again. And think of your feet being kind of like closer together, legs zipped up together almost. And one more time coming up. And now you're going to come into downward facing dog. Our first dog of the day. Bending the knees, lifting your rear end up. And here we are into downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. And when you're breathing, consider breathing into the lower back, like you're puffing into your back. And now step your foot forward, both feet forward, or jump forward. Some people can do that. And now you're in a forward fold, and then halfway lift. And then breathing out, forward fold, and now coming up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands down into Anjali Mudra. We're going to do that one more time, and we're going to actually add on to it one pose. So let's do that again. Coming up into upward hands pose. Coming down as you breathe out into Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Breathing in, and coming down into plank or knees down plank. Okay? Now with this one, we're going to do side plank. So for those who are, this is available to them, I'm going to actually face you. You would use your left, you would bring your left foot down and then the right foot in front of it or on top of it. And then the right arm would go up. So for those of you who can't do this pose, the option is to take the left knee down and swing that leg over and just look at the line between this heel and this heel. If this is the right leg, this is the left leg, and then you can come up like this. Okay? Easy peasy. So let's come back into plank now. We're going to do the other side, so my back would face you, so I won't talk. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, the option of this. Coming back into plank, and now we're going to go into chaturanga. Head, chest, and then hips. Hands to the side, right by your rib cage, and now lifting up into cobra. Pull the hands back. And then coming into downward facing dog. And then walk your feet to the front of the mat. You're in Uttanasana. And now halfway lift. And down as you breathe out, and now breathing up. As you bring your arms up. And there we go. 2 sun salutations. So the next one I'm going to do is a warrior one, but before we get to that, let's just close your eyes. stand in mountain pose and just take a recalibration of how you feel right now. Relaxing the shoulders. Notice the tingling under your skin. Breathing in and out in a relaxed manner. Okay, so the next one we're going to do again, Warrior One. So what you're going to do is bring your right foot forward, left foot back. So have heel down of your back foot. So now I'm facing you. Try to have that front knee over the second or third toe. I find lifting the heel is great. You're slightly scooping your lower back, your sits bones up. Here you are now into Warrior One. And we're going to make this into a cross crawl pattern, but currently just lifting the chest. A lot of what we're doing today is opening the heart, lifting the chest. And now you're going to bring your right arm back, left arm forward into a cross crawl as you breathe out. You're looking at the ground. Coming up, breathing in, heart up. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Coming down again as you breathe out. And coming up, hands meet. We'll do one more. Breathing out as you come down, left arm forward, right arm back. And coming up. And now bring your back foot to meet your front foot, and we'll do the other side. So the hips do not need to be squared to the front. Often I find they're off to the side. Whatever your hip rotation is. So here we are now into Warrior One. Lifting. And now bringing your left arm back, right arm forward. Breathing out as you come down. Push up with your heel, coming back into Warrior One. And breathing out, left arm back, right arm forward. And you're pushing up with your front heel, coming up. And last time, left arm back, right arm forward. And coming up. It takes more effort to be looking at the ceiling, of course. If you can, that's great. More ability to balance. So bring your back foot to meet your front foot, and here you are in Tadasana. So what we're going to do, actually, I have allergy cough. I need water. Okay, the last one we're going to do, standing, almost last, is going to be involving chair pose. So we're going to be coming into upward hands pose. We're very familiar with that one. Now come down into chair. Before we go into chair, let me just show you, chair is not this. Chair is going to be this. This is your rear end goes back, heart up, arms up, by your ears. And if you can't do arms up, hands on your hips. So let's start in Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands pose, coming down into chair. And just make sure that your knees are not going over your ankles. Okay? Pull the belly in. And then you're going to come down into Uttanasana. And you're going to take your right arm on your right leg. And then you're going to open your left arm up. Pull the belly in. Open the chest. And coming down now, we're going to come back into chair pose. And then push up. Yeah, and I'm getting a workout too here. So let's do that on the other side. Hands down, widen up. And coming down into your chair pose. And then coming down into Uttanasana as you breathe out. And breathing in, so left arm against left leg, right arm up. Open the chest. And coming down, arms up into chair pose. And then pushing up to standing. And here you are. Absolutely wonderful. So let's do a little opener as well for the chest. So this is how I'm going to do it sideways so you can see. As you interlace your hands behind your back, it's a simple little thing, but you know, we're all like this a lot. So I bend my elbows, and it's like you're pulling your hands apart. So you're lifting your collarbone, but not your floating ribs. So think about that dinosaur tail back here, okay? So you breathe in as you lift up. And you know, we're not going to do it for super long, but you could often do this for just holding this for a minute. And that's a great hold, really good for the opening the chest. And release. And now let's come down to seated. So coming down, I'm going to grab my blanket. You could have a cushion, as I said, or towels. It's also a good option for you. And I'm going to grab my blocks here just to show you an option. So we're going to do Upavista Konasana. And the reason for the blankets is to keep your hips up. You don't want to have your hips like, have your legs like higher than your hips. So feet pointed to the ceiling. If you have back issues and you have a couple of cushions, you can put them underneath your knees, okay? That's one way to do this. So the purpose is not to round your back. So you're going to lift up and just come forward as much as you can without rounding your back. You pull your belly in a little to give yourself some more space, all the while you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And just, you can close your eyes and just feel the heels on the ground, feel your sits bones on the ground, and your mind focused on the present moment. Some of you could probably come all the way down to the ground. Another option, if you have the time, you could have a couple of blocks here. Let me think of which one. You could have a couple of blocks and you could just rest like this. You could stop the video and rest like this. But I think you're going to need blocks. Now these are 4-inch blocks, like I said, so. Or maybe you're like this. It's a nice restorative pose. You do this, again, toes to the ceiling. And coming up. And now you might need a block or a book. Again, books 4 inches high. And we're going to do Janu Sirsasana. Again, I'm still in my blanket. And I'm going to bring my right foot in. Actually, I'm going to bring my left foot in. Left foot in and right foot out. Again, if you have issues with your back, maybe towels or cushions. By the way, you can buy these at Walmart for like $5 each online, so that's an option if you're wanting to do the investment. So, I'm not pitching for Walmart, I'm just saying it's a nice way to get it. So you have the left leg into the right is extended to the side, kind of like we had with Upavista Konasana. And so what you're going to do is lift up. Again, the lifting is very important for the chest. And take the navel and almost move it over. Lifting and then kind of come over that right knee. With the feet, toes pointed to the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Really feeling you can feel the energy within, the blood flow within, the air circulating inside your body. Real aliveness. rib basket here that comes up and extends towards the ceiling, and then your left arm comes up, and now you're bending over that outstretched leg, and you're really allowing the side of your rib cage, your diaphragm, to really expand. And I was listening to a video recently, and they said that most of your lungs are on the back of your body. So this allows you to really feel that expansion in the back of the body too, when you breathe. Now if you can't put your hands up, they could be behind your ear, your head, they could be on your left hip. Whatever is best for you. Breathing. And now turning your head towards that outstretched leg and coming up. We're going to do that on the other side. Other leg out. Really noticing sensations as we're doing this. So again, lifting, moving that navel towards the outset stretched leg, and as you breathe out, you come down. However much you can. Again, we're not wanting to round the back, so really feel like a long back. The back isn't straight, but we can make it longer. Your hand could be behind your head, it could be on your right hip. Whatever is easiest for you to accomplish. It's not about what you look like, it's about how do you feel. How do you feel in the pose? I like to close my eyes when I'm in these poses, just to notice the sensations. Hip distance apart, and take your shoulder blades and kind of wrap them in, hands to your side, and then you're going to arch your back on the in-breath, and the out-breath you flatten the back. So arching the back, in-breath, flattening, kind of like cat-cow, but we're on the ground. Now the next time you flatten your breath, your back with your out breath, now lift up, scoop up your hips, and now you're in bridge pose. Breathing, pushing down through those heels, thinking of the line between your hip, those hip bones, and your knees. And when you come down just really slowly, slowly, on an out breath, just breathing out. Do that 2 more times. Breathing in, arching your back, breathing out, flattening and scooping up. The hands are it underneath the sacrum. And then release your lower back, your sacrum area, right on that block. Restorative bridge. So nice. You can close your eyes here and just feel the release, feel the tension leaving you. If the mind wanders again, really gently bring it back to this moment in time. And if you're so inclined, get on your tiptoes, and you can take this block up another level. So you're on the medium setting. Here we are, medium setting. Now that would mean probably 6 inches of books. So, but you don't have to. You can do it this way, and everybody's back is different. So some people even want to go to the higher level, but I'm going to switch back to the lower level. But either way, it's whatever your flexibility is with the back. And now let's do another extension of this, and that would be to take one knee up, straighten the leg, the other knee up, straighten the leg. Now you're in a supported shoulder swing. We'll stay there for another minute. Which is actually the most important pose you can do. So for Shavasana, you might want to, if you have the book, a couple of books, or you have blankets, you can slide them underneath your knees. This is for me because I have back issues, or you can just lay out. And if you want to, you can bring a blanket under your head like I am. If you have an eye pillow or another blanket or a towel, you can put it across your eyes to give you a little bit more restfulness. Yeah. My host here is turning down the lights. Oops. Yeah, it's perfect.